we completed the different reproductive events that occurs in human beings. Today we are going to discuss about the other reproductive events that occurs in human beings.
After implantation, the blastocysts embedded in the endometrium. These are surrounded by a finger-like projections called chorionic villi. These structures are bounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. The chorionic villi and uterine tissue become interdigitated with each other and jointly form a structural and functional unit between developing embryo and maternal body. It is called placenta. Placenta is an intimate connection between fetal membrane and uterine wall. The part of the placenta contributed by the fetus, that is chorionic villi, is called fetal placenta. The part shared by the mother, that is the part of the uterine wall, is called maternal placenta. Placenta is connected to the embryo by an umbilical cord. Placenta carries different functions. Some important functions are given here. First one is ultrafiltration. It acts as an ultrafilter, thus soluble inorganic and organic materials like hormones, nutrients and antibodies can pass from mother to fetus. It helps in the exchange of gases. It helps to carrying oxygen to the fetus from mother's blood for respiration and removes carbon dioxide from fetal blood. It also acts as a storage organ. It stores glycogen for the embryo before liver is formed. It is an important endocrine gland because it secretes different hormones during pregnancy. They are human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen, estrogens and progesterone. In the later phase of pregnancy, a hormone called relaxin is also secreted by the placenta. Another important function is it induces immunity. The flow of antibodies from mother's blood to fetal blood induces passive immunity. The last important function is it acts as an excretory organ. It helps to remove excretory products from the fetus by the process of diffusion. During pregnancy, the levels of other hormones like estrogens, progesterones, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are increased several folds in the maternal blood. These hormones very helpful to support the fetal growth, to bring metabolic changes in the mother and to maintain the pregnancy. After implantation, the inner cell mass differentiates into an outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and an inner endoderm. These three layers give rise to all tissues in adults. The time duration during which the embryo remains in the uterus is known as gestation period. The gestation period in human beings is about 270 to 280 days. Let us move to the developmental stages of human embryo during pregnancy. The human pregnancy lasts 9 months. It is also considered as the gestational period. During the first month of pregnancy, heart is formed. Second month, limbs and digits develops. Third month of pregnancy, limbs and external genital organs will develops. After this period, first trimester or 12 weeks is completed. It is the critical period and mother should be more careful. Fifth month of pregnancy, embryo shows movements and appear hair on the head. Sixth month of pregnancy, the body is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate, and eyelashes are formed. After this period, second trimester is completed. Ninth month of pregnancy, the fetus is fully developed and is ready for delivery. This is the third trimester period. After the completion of third trimester, the fully developed fetus is ready for delivery. It starts with a rise in estrogen, progesterone, and increase of oxytocin in both mother and fetus. Vigorous contraction of the uterus at the end of pregnancy causes expulsion or delivery of the fetus. It is called parturition. The sickness for parturition originates from the fully developed fetus and placenta, which triggers the release of oxytocin from maternal pituitary, which induces mild uterine contraction of uterus. These are called fetal ejection reflexes. Oxytocin acts on the uterine muscle and causes stronger uterine contractions, which in turn stimulates further secretion of oxytocin. Contraction gets stronger, which leads to expulsion of the baby out of the uterus through the birth canal. Soon after the infant is delivered, the placenta is also expelled out of the uterus. The mammary glands of the female undergo differentiation during pregnancy and starts producing milk towards the end of pregnancy by the process called lactation. Prolactin is the pituitary hormone that controls milk production, while release of milk is stimulated by oxytocin. This process of milk secretion is regulated by nervous system. This helps the mother in feeding the newborn. The milk produced during the initial few days of lactation, it is called colostrum, which contains several antibodies rich in protein and low in fat, absolutely essential to develop resistance for the newborn babies. Mother's milk helps in baby's digestion, brain development and growth.
Let us conclude. Today we discussed here placental formation, parturition and lactation. Next day we will start our new lesson, the reproductive health.